Hey y'all, today we're going to be doing a build along where I show you how you can make your very first AI agent. It's going to be a research agent that can search online and add things to the Notion database. With that being said, let's get into it. Here's a bit of the demo, and here's how it works. I'm going to enter in a query that says, I want you to find the top 3 articles at CES on AI. It's searching, it's using the intelligence from OpenAI, the OpenAI model. It's going to be then searching with the SERP API, and then it's going to be returned back a couple of informations like the 14 highlights from CES on AI, robotics, and others. And here's some more AI ideas. And so what we can say is something like, I want you to add the 14 highlights from CES and its link to Notion. Hit enter. Think with OpenAI, going back and forth with Notion, and now it's been added. We can go and check those results, and here it is. It's been added. So let's get on with the build, shall we? This is n8n, and what we have here is a empty workflow. Now, I have been able to install this through a self-hosted build on Renderer, but to get up and running with this, we simply have this blank page, and we want to double click on this, and we want to select the on chat message feature. What this is going to allow us to do is trigger the system every time we want to chat with it. So we're going to close that out. Now that we have the trigger in place, the next element for the AI agent is we're going to go here. We're going to click on Advanced AI and select the AI agent model. So this flow that we have right here, if you look at this, there's what's different than Make with n8n, which I absolutely love, is that there's this dynamic AI agent that you don't need to program loops like Make. But with this, what you can do is you can have it an intelligence with the chat model, give it a certain type of intelligence like Grok or OpenAI or whatever. You can give it memory, could be some sort of memory instance that allows it to hold the short-term memory in place. You could have it be vectorized memory using Pinecone, something more durable and long-lasting. And then tools is that you can give it different tool sets to be able to use. So given it the chat model, we're going to open this up, click on OpenAI. We're going to select GPT-4o Mini. If you want to get an OpenAI API key, all you need to do is go to platforms.openai.com, go inside here, log in, and this is where you would actually select it. Once you have that API inside of here, you signed in with that, you now have that good to go. So that's good with the chat model. The next thing that we're going to be doing here is selecting the window buffer memory. It asks you about the context window length. That just says how many chat responses should I hold in the memory so that we understand the context of the conversation. So we can leave it at 5. We can change to whatever we need to, but 5 is fine for right now. So that we have that set up. The third step here is to connect with the SERP API. This allows us to search through Google. The way that you do that is you go to Google, you type in SERP API, S-E-R-P API, click here. And then when you go ahead and log in, you're going to just grab the API link that's inside of there. So now that I grab the SERP API link, click on this tools plus sign, scroll down for SERP, and we can see that that is right here. And we're going to connect a new account, put in the API key, click save. It's been created once we got that green box, and we're good to go with the SERP. And now that we have these in place, we're going to title this, we'll call this Research Agent to Notion. And let's test this out before we put Notion in place to see how it works. The only other element we need to do is open up the AI agent and give it some prompting information to let it know what it's supposed to do. And the way that we do that is we click here, click on System Message, and you see how it starts with the prompt, you are a helpful assistant. We're going to double click that, hit space. I'm going to expand this out so you can see what this looks like. You are a helpful assistant researcher. You have access to one tool. The one tool, I'm using the double pound sign to emphasize tools, or one tool right now. The SERP API, it's a Google search tool. You'll use this when researching ideas, news, and other topics. Your job is to, 1, research the topic from the user with the SERP API, and then 2, report back your findings to the user. Very simple. So we have that in there. All that looks good. We're going to hit save, and let's test this out right now. We're going to put in, can you look up robotics at CES for 2025. All right, it's doing some research right now. It's checking with the Google search features. Agent's thinking about it, and then it's going to report back in just a second. Great. You can see that the robotics stole the show. A lot of other good information right here. So we know we're getting this information back, and we can see what we inputted. All right, so that we know that this works. We know the SERP API works. This is great. Now we need to connect it to Notion so that we can be able to store it. The way that we do that is we're going to click on this plus sign. We're going to scroll down to Notion. And then we need to be able to connect our Notion system. I went ahead and logged into Notion here, and you have to log in, and created a blank page by just hitting this Create New Page button. So this is all that is here right now. The next thing we want to do is be able to connect it. The way that we do that is we go to notion.so/profile/integrations. We want to select Create a New Integration. We can click the associated workspace, which is my workspace. See, it says internal or public. Asks you can change the type of integration at any time. Then we give it a name. I'm going to type in Research Agent n8n. Perfect. So we have that saved. We can go to configuration settings just like this. And when we do that, we'll be able to grab this right here. And I'm going to add this to the new credentials right here with the secret key. Hit save. All right, we've successfully added that in. So we have now added that into our Notion account here. And now we need to put in a Notion URL, a title, and then we can add in blocks of data. So the blocks here are what goes into the page as well. And so the way we do that, we see the URL. We want to grab that URL. And so we're going to grab this research agent URL, grab that, double back into here, paste that in. So we have that. Next thing is we're going to want to put in a title, whatever we want to call it. I'm changing it to an expression so I can put in some code, and then we're going to just put in here, and we're going to call this one now. I'm just going to use the now function so we just know what time it is. We can always add in research elements if we want or anything else. Now inside of here, the paragraphs, what we want to do is we want to add in the AI's information inside of here. So at the top here, you can see use this expression, and we can copy this expression right here like this, for any data that want to be filled by the model. So if we go to this section in here for information, so it says paragraph, we can have it be whatever we wanted to, items, images, all that, but we'll leave it as a paragraph for now. We'll change this to expression, and we'll paste in this like that, and you can see that we have this information saved inside of there, and we should be good on that front. So we're going to close this out. We're going to hit save, and the thing that we need to do is we now need to tell the agent that we have a new tool in place. And the way that we do that is we open this up, and now we're going to add in an update. The update we're going to be adding in here is just letting it know that we have access to two tools, the Notion tool that we can add in new ideas from the searches into. And then we added two more items, 3 and 4. It says if the user requests you are to add the information to Notion, report back when it is complete. So now that we have that updated, all of that looks pretty good. One last thing I forgot to do here is go to the research agent section, and you want to click these 3 dots here in the top right, and you want to go to connections. We're going to scroll down, and we're going to see this research agent n8n. We're going to select that. We're going to click confirm. So we now know this is connected. We have a little 1 next to it. So now that's been connected, we should be able to run this. Open this back up, and we can have it pull in some more information. We'll say, give me the top articles on AI at CES. Let's say top 3 articles. So you can see it's thinking, it's going back and forth, searching Google, and it's hopping between the tool of searching with the SERP API with the intelligence model, and then it's storing it inside of its memory. We can see it hop back and forth. And here we go. We got the 14 highlights from CES. We have AI briefing. So what we can say is, can you please add that article to Notion with the link? Hit enter. We can see it updated in Notion, went back and forth, it succeeded. And if we go inside of here, there it is. We have the highlighted Notion article for the day, and we have the notes from CES. And this is how you can build your very first AI agent that does research and post it onto Notion. If you enjoyed that, consider giving this channel a like and a subscribe. I'm going to be doing many more agent tutorial videos, so if you found this interesting, stick around for the adventure. And if you want me to build your very own custom AI agent, feel free to click the link in the description below to book an appointment with me. Take care. Bye now.